Hey guys, good morning. We're gonna be making sauerkraut. This is a fermented cabbage, just keeping it out in room temperature. It's really, really good for your gut bacteria. It's a great probiotic. Health-wise, it helps with your immune system. Lots and lots of vitamins and minerals. I'm using simple 2 ingredients. Homegrown cabbage. I'm using the purple kind because it has lots of benefits, antioxidant. You can use the green kind or the purple. I just got this from the garden. That's what I had, so I'm using that. That and salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but a good kosher salt or sea salt is really good as well too. Please do not use the iodized salt. Use the pink Himalayan kosher or sea salt. And to ferment, I'm using this kit. There are multiple different kits out there. You can use the, mason ball. There's another kit out there, mason jar, piping kit. But I'm gonna use this kit today. When you are using a cabbage, don't use the core. Cut out the core. So if you notice, I cut the core out right here. Don't use the core. This part right here, the white part. And cut it into thin slices like this. Okay, let me cut up all the cabbage and then I will show you the next step. So I have thinly cut up the cabbage. I weighed the cabbage. My cabbage was close to 2 pounds, about 32 ounces, 16 ounces per pound, right? So 32 ounces. Now with salt, you want to use 2 to 3% of your cabbage weight. So, 32 ounce times 0.02, see how much it is, and that much about of salt in there. So that's what you do. Like I said, simple cabbage, salt. After you add the salt, you can also go by taste, the amount of taste that you like. After you add the salt, massage the cabbage in, okay? You want to massage it with your hands. Please make sure you're using clean hands. Wash your hands before you start massaging the cabbage, because you want the cabbage naturally has water in it. So it naturally will release the water inside the cabbage. So start massaging. This is the best way if you're angry with someone, if you want to pound someone's head, go ahead and, take out all your anger out. Keep massaging, and very therapeutic to your hands. And you'll start seeing that it will slowly start releasing water in here. Massage as if you're mixing a dough. And once you massage it, once you start seeing that the water is being released out of the cabbage, let it sit for maybe 15 to 20 minutes or even close to 30 minutes, because that will help remove more juice from the cabbage, the brine as we call it. So I don't know if you see it, but slowly the water is being released off of the leaves. I'm gonna massage and show you that water. Please don't add additional water or anything to the cabbage. Bruise your cabbage nicely, and I will show you the amount of brine it will take out. All right, so I bruised my cabbage. I did this for about 5 minutes and notice the liquid that's coming out of it. And if you see here, there's a lot of liquid. Now this is liquid from the cabbage, from the salt, nothing added from here. Now I like to keep it like this for a few minutes, for 30 minutes or so, to make sure it releases more liquid so it can ferment in its own brine and not additional added brine. Now I only added salt. You can spice this up as you like it. If you like to have it spicy, you can add chili flakes, you can add coriander seeds, you can add cumin seeds, whatever you would like, right? But I just like it plain. I just wanted salt in this, so it's, great probiotic. Fermentation is done in many years back and to preserve food, and this is the best thing for your gut bacteria. It will boost up your immune system. It will help with digestion. Fantastic thing to do. Simple, easy, fresh from the garden, salt, and in a fermentation kit. All right, guys, this has been sitting like this for 20 to 25 minutes. And look at all the juices it has it released. And like I said, the more you bruise the cabbage, the more brine it will come out. Now, like I mentioned, I'm using this ball fermentation kit. This is a 32-ounce jar. It comes with a spring and a lid that has the small tiny holes to release any gases out. I'll show you what it does. Now, first thing first, rinse out your jars. This is a 32-ounce jar. Rinse out and try to pack up your cabbage in there. Make sure you press it down and make sure there's no air bubbles as best as possible. I try to release as much as the brine out so we can put that brine on top. But try to press it and pack it in. And all of this will fit in that jar. So try to pack it in. Try to make sure there's no air bubbles in there. Pack it as much as you can. Now, I did save an outer leaf. You will see why in a few minutes, why I saved the outer leaf. What was the reason for that? Okay. Again, pack it in and try to make sure there's no air bubbles as best as you can. You definitely need some elbow grease for this. It's a nice workout. Like I said, if you're trying to take your anger out on someone, this is the best thing to do in the kitchen. Make sauerkraut. This is very popular in Germany. I'm sure you guys know this. Just a tablespoon a day is great, guys. Once it ferments for a few weeks, 2 weeks, and then you can start eating it. Keep it out in room temperature, and after that, once it's done fermenting, you can keep it in the fridge, and it's good for a few months. But you want to try to eat it as soon as possible, right? And fermentation food is really good for your gut. All right, so I packed everything in. I'm putting in my brine. I want to make sure all the cabbage is below the brine and nothing above it. I don't want any cabbage above. So if you notice, there's one or a few things. I just want to make sure the cabbage is all below. If you notice right here, it's all below. And here's the water. And then what I'm going to do is going to put the spring in and press so the water is below. The cabbage is below the brine. Now, do you remember I saved the leaf? Now I'm going to try to put that leaf inside and this is like old school method. This will help keep the cabbage in the brine. And then what we can do is, once it's ready to be eaten, we can remove that leaf and throw it out at the end. All right. So once I put in the leaf, I'm gonna, wipe up the top because you don't want any, other bacteria to be around, and you want to wipe up all the brine. And this is as simple as it gets. Just press it down a little bit, and then the spring will come up, and put the top on, and it will magically push it down. Okay, and again, there's a lid, the air vent lid over here. If there's any air bubbles, it will push it out. The gas will come out of this. You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna keep this out. I'm gonna try to do a taste test in 7 days to see how it looks. And if you notice, look closer, Here is that leaf cabbage. Here's all that brine right here, and all of that is your cabbage right there. Leave it out on the countertop just like this for 7 days, even 2 weeks if you like, and taste it and see how it tastes. And once you open it, remove the fermentation, the spring as well as the top, replace it with a regular top. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed a great video about sauerkraut. It's a great probiotic, helps with your gut. Enjoy. Bye-bye.